Lali-ho everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Illusion of Gaia. Anytime you... Oh, I attack here. That's interesting. Anytime you restart a new game, or start the game over from where you saved, you start off in the dark space. So when we last left off, we were summoned to King Edward's castle about something about a crystal ring, and I'm going to turn in my gems here and get the first item we can get, an herb. So the next item will be at 5 red jewels. So, but we don't have a crystal ring, so let's go see if we can talk to King Edward, and see what's going on here. This is the world map. We only move based on location. Like, you can only go some places based on where you are. So the only place we can go from South Cape is Edward's Castle. This is King Edward's castle. I must report this intrusion. Will shows the letters of the guard. A guest for the king? I'm sorry, you may pass. Anyway, let's do some exploring. This is the underground prison. Innocent people can't enter. Oh, well that's good, I suppose.
So you're well. You were summoned by King Edward? Be careful when you meet him.
Aww.
Well, he's shy. I'm glad that somewhere in the world there's someone who's thinking of me.
This is a very, very long bridge. This is the princess's room. Strangers can't enter.
Who is it? A guest?
This is just a shabby boy. It's me, Kara.
Oh, that voice. Let him in, or I'll tell everyone your old nickname.
Oh, pardon me. Please enter. I'm at a loss.
You, yesterday.
I was told to bring the crystal ring to King Edward.
Terrible. It's terrible. Again, my father's trying to take something important from someone. I've escaped from the castle before. Now they won't let me go out. Recently, something very strange has happened in the castle. My mother has hired a famous hunter. It's ominous.
Princess, let's go.
I feel scared. My mother and father and mother have seemed to have changed. Please save me. Please take me out of here. Please.
Princess.
Please come back, Will.
Your business is getting finished. Get out! And he throws us. You normally stop, but if you actually hold the button, you can keep the momentum and get across the bridge faster. So, oh wait, what? The interview room is before you. Climb the stairs to meet the king.
What's up here then? Recently, a hunter was hired. I wonder what the king is thinking.
Actually, according to Kara, it was the queen who summoned him, but whatever. So you all will. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Let's go see King Edward. Yeah, if you talk to him before seeing Kara, he tells you they're having breakfast, I think. If you want to see the king, keep your wits about you. There's something else here.
The king sent the letter to you. Talk to him.
Your will? You look so shabby. Would you bring the crystal ring? Well, actually, sir, I don't know what the crystal ring is. How dare you say such a thing to me? Guards, throw this impudent weasel in prison. Then go to Will's house and find the ring. Yes, sir.
Ma'am, save me! Did you say ma'am?
Whoops. Yeah, if you say yes, then you're lying because you don't have it, and if you say no, he gets mad because you don't have it. So, I wonder why I have to suffer so. I wonder what will become of me now. Anyway, I have to think of a way to get out of here. Someone was chained to this ball. This moss has seen thousands of prisoners come and go. Those prisoners must have been encouraged by any sign of life. Well, we're stuck here. Guess we shouldn't have come to the castle without the crystal ring. Yep. Not much we can do now. A soldier's whisper comes from a hole in the ceiling. It's today's ration of bread. Even moss drinks water. Don't know what that means. Oh, but we'll taste some of the bread. The bread is hard. It's the worst thing he's ever tasted. For some reason, he really misses Grandma Lola's creative cuisine. Well, time passes slowly, but the long day is ending. It pains me to think of the prisoners' feelings, not knowing what they should do. While I was trying to think of a way out, I drifted off to sleep. A familiar voice speaks from the flute. Will, this is your father. Father? You were a cute child, but now you've grown up. Isn't Grandma Lola's pie delicious? Sure, Dad. Where are you? I can't tell you now. I have something to ask of you. Listen. Well, I'm actually not sure what happens if you say no. Not gonna lie. I'm tempted to. You know what? Let's do it. I want you to save me. I, too, was once held in this cell. Look at the left-hand wall. Okay, I'm looking at it. This? Have you heard anything from Grandpa Bill? Grandpa? He was an architect. Your grandpa knows the secret of that stone. Secret? Starting now, you will encounter a terrible thing. Do I have to? Pick up the stone no enemy left. The power of the crystal is contained there. That power will prove to be your ally. You must make a pilgrimage to the ruins of the world to find the mystic statues. The closer you get to the crystal, the stronger the evil power will be. Will, no time. Quickly, first to the Incan ruins. Well, that's all fine and all, but how do I get out of this cell? Oink oink. It's a pig! I wonder if this is Kara's pig. What luck. There's a letter and key tied to his tail. The letter reads, Sorry to hear that you're in prison. It's terrible what my father has done. But hear what I have to say. I too am a prisoner, in a prison of silk and gold. But tonight I will leave the castle forever. You also will be free. Kara. You have the key! Yeah, get used to the obnoxiously slow text when you pick up an item, by the way. It does not stop for the rest of the game. Also, select button. Now we can look at our items. Okay, so... oh, my condition. I was trying to remember what condition was. We'll get into that later, although I do have 8 HP, 5 DP. DP? Is that the crystals? I think that's the crystals. 0 S, 1 strength, and 0 defense. So our items that we have was an herb. This is exactly like the medical herb in Soul Blazer. The difference is you're not stuck carrying one. We'll get into that later. The key we just picked up. And Lola's Melody. It's an actual item. Now, personally, I like to keep that in the corner there. We'll be using it a lot. Anyway, now we'll select the prison key. As he turns the key, the steel door opens with a dull sound. Now we can leave. Oh look, dark space. I am Gaia, the source of all life. I'll give you some advice. When you defeat all the enemies in an area, you will get a jewel that increases your abilities. Push the start button to see the locations of your enemies. Find the demons and defeat them. Then go. There's a reason I'm not saving, in case something, messes up the recording and all that. Anywho, we're gonna go this way. Go this way. I can't help anyone. I don't need anyone's help. I can get out by myself. I unlocked the door for you. Okay. Actually, I don't even know that I need the key anymore. And, oop, that's the pause button. Wrong button, meant to use select nuts. Ah, that was the B button. I won't get buttons correct. Okay, hands off the B button. Okay, there we go. Welcome to the first battle area. So, you attack with your flute. And it doesn't do a lot of damage, but there is another attack you can do. It's a jump attack. If you tap the forward button as you attack, you turn it into a jump attack. If you kill all the enemies in a room, you obtain a power-up. This is what Gaia was talking about. When you defeat all the enemies around you, a jewel will appear. And that's the jewel that... The jewel increases your HP, your attack power, or your defense power. These little jewels are used for something else entirely. For a while, the jump attack is basically the strongest thing I have. Plus, you can do kind of like a double hit by hitting an enemy with the flute and then jumping at them. The downside is you can accidentally trigger a jump attack without trying. Also, oh, I was trying to show off the block. This also blocks attacks. Yeah, let's see if I can get him to shoot at me. Oh, well, that was almost terrible, but I think I'll stand right here. So yeah, this not only draws in stuff, but you can block attacks with it. And if you look at the top right-hand corner, you can see the HP of any enemy you're attacking. Just like Soul Blazer, but in a far more, I guess, instant, thing. When you kill an enemy, it sometimes has an effect on the area around you too. If it will, it'll cause that that gem to fly up and then go explode something, basically. It's been so long since I played this game. So if I forget stuff, please forgive me. The game gets very confusing. I wish that was an attack. Looks like you could bash him with the thing while spinning it. Strength increased. Now we'll do more damage. So our basic attack should do 2 now, yep. And our jump attack does 3. So we can one-shot the bats now. Oh. Nice. So the gems we're collecting go up on the right-hand side of that meter there. Of the where it says DP, we have the heart 0, and then we have... Oh, hey. You said come here, but then you outran me. No, I want that. Thank you. Darn it. I'm doing horrible at defending myself. It is in your best interest to kill all enemies, because trust me, you're going to want the buffs you get. And if you hit the start button, you can see where the enemies are on the radar, and also you can see where items are. There's an item over here. Aha, I blocked it. Herb. You want to have herbs equipped, because just like in, oh, I didn't mean to hit it twice. Just like in Soul Blazer, they can save your life. I was defending to block his attack, but that works too. Okay, I've got 2 more left. Also, another thing, get used to this music, because unlike Soul Blazer, the dungeons don't really get different music. That's probably one of the only things that I will say I 100% like better in Soul Blazer. I don't think there's anything secrets over here. No? Okay. They don't do too much in the way of secrets in this first dungeon. I think there is like an area you can miss. I know you can miss that herb. Come on. Are you there? You gotta be quick to block that. Now, that's not saying that the music in this game is bad. Actually, quite the opposite. It's still good. It's just not as varied as it was in Soul Blazer, you know? Wait a second. No? Okay. I guess I couldn't do anything even if there was something there. Yeah, there's two things you can do. You can either wait for that to disappear, like that. There's some monsters up here. There's a button there, though. I'll come back to that. Monsters don't reappear because of the whole killing all monsters gives you a buff effect. There's still 3 up here. Oh, there's 5 up here, not 3. That bat has defense. Oh, right, yeah, if you try hitting this button, I forgot to show this. It won't go in, maybe it's rusted. Game wants you to come around and do this. When you defeat the enemies, a shiny silver dark gem will appear. If you collect 100 of these, you gain 1 life. Even if you're defeated, you won't have to go back very far. Found a red jewel! Yes. There's a lot of red jewels in dungeons, too. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to find all of them. I've never found all of them. Try
playing the flute. Play the melody.
Melody? Hear a soft voice from somewhere.
Go to the switch on the right-hand wall. The door won't open unless you push this switch on the count of 3. When I shout, push the switch. I'll count 1, 2, 3. Don't make a mistake. Stop! The door is open. Go in.
Weird noise. Oh, I know what we're fixing to do soon. I'm re-equipping the herb, so yeah. Oh, apparently you can also block the attacks just by attacking with the flute. That's a lot harder to time, though. Like, you actually have to hit the attack with the flute. Because that's what happened just then. Oh, that's weird. I wonder what this is. Yeah, you don't have to kill all 4 of these to unlock that. Oh, it's a dark space entrance. Well, that's weird. Let's go in and say hi to Gaia. What is that? I am Gaia, the source of all life. I'll give you some advice. Your shape is only temporary. Try standing in front of the statue next to you. Will hears a voice in his head. Will, I've been waiting for you to come. I am Friedan. I am eternal. Let me help you on your journey. As time goes by, you'll come to understand my nature. Will gradually lose his consciousness. One of my favorite parts of this game, by the way. Will's not the only protagonist. Meet Friedan. Friedan is the Dark Knight. He doesn't have the jump attack, but let's just look at this real quick. Friedan has the same HP. This, he still has this 2 strength and 1 defense. But I'm fairly certain that his attack actually is higher. Okay, no, it says the same thing. The Master, by the way, that is supposed to be the Master, like, I guess over time. I don't know. All I know is that Gaia is the Master, Master Gaia. What the heck's up with Dark Space and Dark Power, I don't know. I think it's probably censoring, if I had to guess, to be honest with you. But yeah, no, instead of using the jump attack, yeah, that's I think what it is that his basic slash has the same power as the jump attack. So you don't have to do the weird jump input. Friedan is a lot stronger because of that, because he can hit more often with the same attack power as the jump attack, and he also has longer reach. He has like the same range as almost the same range as the jump attack without actually moving himself and putting himself in danger. Friedan is almost the best attacker in the game because of that. And he still has the draw in and block thing. He just wields his sword up, and it doesn't do damage like it does in Soul Blazer, but it does block attacks and you draw in items and move statues. Now, there are times that you will have to be Will, but... Red Jewel, nice. Okay, we only got one more enemy here. And it's this red skeleton. Will does have mobility over Friedan. Especially later. When the enemies are destroyed, Will can return to his original shape. The only time you can change shape outside of Dark Space is when you've defeated all the enemies and you're turning back to Will.
I saw you, but I'm surprised. You can change your shape like me. I'm Lily, an Ituri girl protected by the Flower Spirit. How could you know a melody that you could only have heard from us? I learned it from Grandma Lola. She hummed it whenever she was upset. I've had some of her pie. It tastes rather unusual, doesn't it? You know my grandmother? Actually, she asked me to rescue you. What's that weird noise again? The Elder is calling. I have to go. We'll meet again, Will. Or wait, we'll meet again. Goodbye, Will. And she turns into a dandelion and flies off. Edward's castle again. Okay, so we made it out of the dungeon. Anything in these buckets I can get? No? Nothing? Really? Nothing? Nothing? Okay. Oh, there's a sleeping guy. They're all sleeping on the job. That's sad. Ah, it's you! You've escaped from the prison. Trust what I say. Run from this castle. It'd be terrible if King Edward found you here. Aw. The guard actually likes us, apparently. Are you going to take Kara out of the castle? Don't let the king find you. Please take care of the princess. Those two are still there. Oh, I forgot. I gotta help the button. I keep trying to dash. He's just snoring. Of course you came. You've come. Thank you. Was the guard outside asleep? His nickname is Old Snorehead. Sleeping again.
Your little pig has come.
His name is Hamlet. Cute, isn't he? He's very smart. He has some kind of strange pig power.
That's pig power, okay.
Please take me out of here.
Okay, let's go. Still sleeping. Yeah, technically, if you go to leave first, she tells you to go by the storeroom, so you can find something to eat on the way there. You know, so yummy roast leg of yak.
Everything's ready. Let's go before the soldiers find us.
Okay. Could have sworn there's a. No, he's still asleep. That may be a red jewel I've missed, the ability to get, because I think that guy behind the pillar actually gives you a red jewel. But,
At last we leave. Let's go to your house. I'm worried about your grandparents.
Then they hurry to Will's. So I have no control over this. This is happening whether I like it or not. Back to South Cape. Oh, wow. What's happened?
It's awful. Who would do such a thing?
My grandparents?
Grandpa Bill!
Grandma Lola!
I'll look upstairs.
Any signs of, aside from signs of a struggle? Actually, it's probably they were, oh, she said something. I was trying to search things and she said something. Oh. What happened?
Look at the wall. This mark. A jackal. The jackal's here.
Jackal?
He's the hunter hired by my mother. An evil man will stop at nothing. Once he starts after you, there's no stopping him. He has no regard for human life.
My grandpa. No, my grandma. Oh. It's Lily. Don't worry, you two. You're the one who...
Who are you? I'm Will's friend.
Lily, do you know anything about this?
It's okay. Your grandpa and grandma are safe. They're in my village. Your village? Aitori village. I've never heard of this village. Naturally. My village has a barrier around it. Ordinary people like you can't see it. Let's go, Will.
Okay.
I'm going too. It's far too dangerous for a princess. You can't stop royalty. I'll do whatever I want. Typical of a princess. I think something good is going to happen. Before we go to my village, should we meet the townspeople? We might not be back here for a long time.
Okay. Yeah, this is letting you know that you can go around and basically say your goodbyes to everybody. So let's go see. You say anything new? No, you don't. Anybody else say anything new? Nope. Nope. I'm getting the feeling that the only things I'm here to do are to talk to my friends. Yep. Okay. Made this quick. Yep, everyone's here. Haha, I'm gonna win again for sure again. What happened, Will? You look so gloomy. Something you can't tell us about?
What's the matter? You're not acting the same old Will.
Yeah. I was trying to, well, say goodbye to you, but apparently Will's tight-lipped about it. It's a good way of bringing herself to a stop. Pulling out your flute. What is it, Will? Looking at your face, I wonder if you're plotting something again. Maybe? Also, how many red jewels do I have? 2. Perfect. Before we go to dark space... You've collected 5 jewels. According to the list, your power defense power will be raised. Yay! So, this is we're gonna get Life Force upgrade at 8. That's our next threshold. I would love to get up to 30, but I just don't see it happening. I'll keep an eye out for them. I'm not gonna look up a guide or anything, but I'm gonna keep an eye out for them. Alright, let's go to dark space, see if Gaia has anything new for us. and probably leave it off for there. And it looks like you're... Oh yeah, anytime you go to dark space, you can heal. So there's that. Alright, well, he didn't have any other words for us, so until next time, folks, rest a while.